2, 3. Welcome to La Familia Inter Miami podcast. Today, my guest is By City Lucas. What's up, brother? Thank you for
What's up?
coming today, bro, for being part of the this episode.
No, thank you. So sorry for all the Spanish speakers. My Spanish is not fluent yet. It's getting there. So gracias por la invitación. Thank you for the invite.
No, man, thank you, bro, and thank you. Like my English, I don't feel comfortable speaking in camera in English, but I'm gonna do my best, bro. I'm gonna do my best, and tell me, Lucas, bro, how do you got involved with Inter Miami?
So a little quick background. My name is Lucas, also known as Vice City Lucas on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I'm a content creator for Inter Miami. I do game day vlogs. I'm 23, born in Fort Lauderdale. I'm a American Brazilian. So basically grew up loving football or soccer. And how I got into Inter Miami was in 2019, late 2019. It's actually graduating from high school. On Twitter, I was looking up, Inter Miami just got announced. There was actually a group chat that I got added to on Twitter. My boy Spazzy, Max, Nico, couple of Siege members, Vice City members. And then I found out I needed a ticket to the inaugural home match, which got postponed to April 18, 2021 versus the Galaxy. But during the pandemic, we had to wear masks. I actually paid a good price for those tickets. Thank you to Spazzy. That's basically how I got into the club.
So that was your first ever game that you went. So you were there for the inaugural game. I remember that game was wild. I remember that game was packed. First of all, were you at the north end or were you on
the north end.
North end? I remember, man, when that first goal by Higuain, that penalty.
Yeah,
that
crazy.
That moment was like everybody was in so much ecstasy. I have a video. I'm probably going to put it right here so everybody can watch that moment. But everybody around me, to the left, to the right, everybody was singing. Everybody was like going crazy.
Yeah.
It was an amazing moment to be part of.
That's basically when I knew this was the club, but actually that 2021 season, I could count on my fingers how many games I've missed. Maybe three home games.
Yeah, I remember like my first season, I probably only missed like one game. But later, not every time I could get into a fight with my girl or like because like going to every game is hard.
But you gotta remember, back then the ticket prices was pretty good. $25, $30.
Yeah, and it was easier also too. Back in the day, it was so much easier because tickets were so cheaper. I remember the first season, I paid like around $250 or maybe $225 for the whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, if you're part of one of the supporters groups, you pay around like $500, $600, I believe.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. I don't know the exact price because I normally my brother is the one that buys the tickets and I just sell him the money. But yeah, it's amazing that you've been there since the beginning too. And tell me, so you told me that you're Brazilian. And how you fell in love with soccer at the beginning? Through the Brazilian soccer national team, or you have another team?
So not my hometown club, but my dad's hometown club, Fluminense. They play in the Serie A in the Brasileirão. So every Saturday, every fin de semana, every Saturday, Sunday, my dad would put on the game. Basically, he was the definition of a fanático,
That's what's up, bro. Because I mean, most of people that start loving soccer is because of their family. Either
Family
your
members.
grandpa, your dad, your grandma, somebody in the family introduces you into the sport, and it's cool, that you had that moment. Because I remember, like my dad, he tried to make me an Alianza Lima fan, but I was not not really into it. You know what I mean? Because I never went to the stadium, or I don't know why. But he tried, but I was never. I was a lot into the Peru national team. The Peru national team, I was really about. And then I also got into soccer because I used to watch a lot of Spanish La Liga
La
games,
Liga.
Barcelona, and things like that. And so you tell me that you've been with Inter since the beginning.
Basically since day one. But to me, it doesn't matter if you started like Inter yesterday, last week, day one. Long as you support the club, it's all that matters, you know?
Yeah, that's what's up. And how do you feel about like the whole Familia environment? That's another word.
Environment.
Yeah, environment. How do you feel about that? Like, what are the things that you like about, and what are the things that you dislike about?
So we're in season 5 now. So disclaimer, whatever negative, positive, whatever I say, it's all love. Love this club. So just a quick shout out to Southern Legion, Siege, Nacion, Vice City, IMS, all the supporters group, Los Pibes, Los Vagos, everybody. It's all love. One thing, it makes me feel like not home, but like the South American culture. We have no English chants. Every canción is it's like you're at home. Like if you're South American, you love it. La previa, everything, you know?
Yeah, I think when I first met you, when I first saw you, I thought you were like a gringo. I was like, oh, this is another
Yeah, yeah.
gringo that loves Inter Miami, you know. And
Yeah.
but now that you like, I have got to know you a little bit better. I know that you're Brazilian, so you have that in your veins, you know. Like Brazilians love soccer.
Yeah, it's like how they say, I don't want to get it wrong, but like la pasión, the aguante, you know?
El aguante.
Yeah, it's like something about being there for 90 minutes, an hour, takes your mind off of everything in the world. It makes you feel free, like the passion, everything. People smiling, fumando, drinking, whatever it is. See people that you see every weekend. It's like it's a vibe, you know.
Yeah, like it's hard to actually explain it.
You have to be
Yeah,
there.
you have to be there to actually like enjoy it as fully because like there's so many things that we could tell you, but if you actually get a chance to go to the stadium to be part of that, like don't feel like afraid of to go to the north end because I know a
Yeah.
lot of people go to the Inter games, but they just stay
On the
on
side,
the
sitting
sides, you
down.
know, sitting down. But if you're about that life, you know, if you like jumping, if you like screaming, if you like that vibe, the South American vibe, you
Come join.
come join, and you're gonna have that feeling that you're gonna be like, wow, what I have been missing all this time.
You know what's crazy? When my first season at Inter Miami, I used to get tickets and go because I used to live close, 5 minutes from the stadium. I used to get tickets and go and in the north stand, of course, because it was the cheapest tickets. Be with my dad, but I would never chant. I would never stomp my feet, move. I would just sit down in the north stand and watch. And I was basically like not scared, but intimidated to join
Yeah, to get like
the
in the
bada.
middle, I
Yeah,
guess you were just like maybe like on the
on the
sides, right?
sides.
Yeah, I feel you. There's a lot of people that go to the north end, but they still sit like on the
And they
sides.
want to come join, you know? But
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you see me, if you see him, you guys are more than welcome to come and ask us questions and introduce yourself, you know. It's like that. At the beginning everybody's a little bit scared, but then after you get used to it and you start getting more people, you're going to feel at home.
exactly. It's like even when I started this content creation, I'm a I'm an introvert. Like if you don't come up to me, I'm 100% of the time I won't come up to you. But I'm fixing that. It's like I never like to be on camera, but it's things you gotta change. Approach people. Sometimes the people you meet there, I've met people that I just met for months. They treat you better than people you knew your whole life, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a actual family.
Yeah, and another crazy thing about like this whole thing, I know that everybody says about like going to the stadium and everything, but a lot of the crazy things happen before the game in las
Before
previas.
the
I
previa,
mean,
the tailgate.
yeah, can you give me a little bit of your experience with the previas?
So it's mo- I can't do it every fin de semana, every weekend, but sometimes I get there early, set up las banderas, los trapos, and those people get there hours before the game starts. They set up everything, set up the tailgate, la previa, the choripans, fernet, everything, you know?
Yeah, no, and it's a big job, honestly. It's a
It is.
job if you think about it. That's why sometimes I get mad, or I feel offended when people like on the internet they're like, oh no, they get paid to do that,
No,
or
nobody
like,
gets
oh
paid.
no, like they get like this. Beckham sends them money, gives them a
No,
page.
no.
I'm like, no, bro, nobody, everybody does that for like the love, for the
For
love to
love.
the club.
Little they know the club barely helps with anything. It's all for passion, love for this club. Spend hours making a tifo, whatever it is. It's all for the club.
Of course, yeah. And tell me, I know that your Spanish is not that good, but which one is your favorite Inter Miami song that you love to sing every time at the North End?
My favorite canción. That's a tough question because it's funny because, of course, my Portuguese helped me learn the canciones. It took me like 2 seasons. Thank you to Vice City for the YouTube page. If you don't know the canciones, the chants, please go and look it up
That's one of the best places to find to learn
to learn. Because
all the
apparently the club doesn't promote it, but we have to promote it. You know.
yeah. But which one is your
My
favorite one?
favorite. My favorite is actually we just the La Banda just started to chant it, which is I don't want to get it wrong. Sorry if I get it wrong, but it's something like que los jugadores me van a demostrar que salen a ganar,
Que
quiere
quieren
salir
salir campeón.
campeón, que lo lleven adentro, como
Como
lo
lo
llevo
llevo yo? I
yo.
don't know, bro. I don't know that. Most of the times,
It's new, it's
it's
new.
new, bro. Most of the times, I know the songs when everybody's around me, bro. But if I sing them alone, I don't.
It's
I'll be lying to
weird.
you if I know the whole lyrics to that song right now.
It's weird because when I watch so much Libertadores, I see you can hear it on the TV, and of course you catch up to it. Most of the time, it's all from Argentinian culture. But if you think about it, most clubs in South America, Central America, they just change the lyrics.
Yeah,
It's all the same.
yeah. Most of the songs come from South America, from Argentina. To be honest, most of them they come from like I believe like Boca Juniors or
Boca
River
Juniors, River
Plate
Plate.
or the big like the big teams down there in South America. And talking about that, like my favorite song, bro, is Muchachos, bro. I
Muchachos,
love
yeah.
when Muchachos
Of
comes,
course.
bro. When everybody's like Muchachos,
And
bro,
it
like my fucking mi piel se pone chinita,
yeah,
brother.
claro. And it got more popular in La Mundial, no?
Oh yeah, because I think it was in 2008. No, yeah, 2022. Yeah,
22,
the
the
recently
recent
one,
one.
where Argentina winning the World Cup. They were like singing that, bro. That song was amazing, man.
Yeah, it makes you feel that energy, you know?
Of course. And tell me a little bit about your experience on the away games. I think you told me you've been to a couple like
So
Orlando
I've
games, right?
only been to Orlando a game. This season was my first actual away game, Orlando. Let me tell you, if you've never been to a away game, especially Orlando, you have to go.
It is a vibe, bro.
It was a
I
vibe.
love, and I believe you went on the Saturday game, right?
I think
It,
it was,
it was a Saturday, yeah.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
It was a
Saturday.
Saturday, man. And we brought a lot of people. I think it was like around,
3 or 4 buses.
yeah, it was like maybe 300 people, if I'm not wrong, because we
Yeah.
had this whole section to ourselves. And it was amazing. I love going to Orlando because it's everybody that goes to Orlando has the aguante. Like
Yeah,
go
nobody's sitting down.
yeah,
nothing.
everybody goes there and like leaves everything over there.
It's sad because they limit how many people we can bring now because they're scared or son cagones, no?
Yeah, and I also believe because they charge us a lot for the tickets, man.
Yeah, it's
I believe like
ridiculous.
since Messi's, everybody's trying to like every away game, the other team tries to cash out on their fans.
Of course.
And I don't know how much we paid this season. I think it was like what, like $70.
It was, I don't want to get the price wrong, but it was somewhere 70 to 80
Yeah,
eighty
so it
dollars.
was reasonable, you know, because some people, some away games, they go crazy. They're like 100 and something. That's why it's really hard for people to actually go to away games nowadays,
Yeah,
because we were used to paying like, I don't know, $30, $40. Now paying 120 plus paying the hotel,
it's
the
ridiculous.
transportation, and all that is kind of crazy, man.
It's another thing I wanted to talk about. Like the club, the front office needs to do better for season ticket members. I feel like the club doesn't respect, especially La Familia, all the supporters group. The club doesn't respect us enough, you know.
Yeah, I
Like
think they take us for granted.
for granted, like don't get me wrong. Basically, we make this club what it is.
Yeah, no, and a lot of things is that like a lot of people, famous people that go to the game, they're always taking videos of the north end of La Familia, and they're like, oh shit, that's a really cool environment, man. Like I want to go there, and everybody hypes us up, but like the club, I think they don't honestly they don't give
They
they
don't
don't give much to us.
they don't they. One thing I want to say is like if anyone from the club is watching this, like give us something. You know, one thing I would recommend is listen to the people that come on this podcast. If you're from Vice City, IMS, any supporters group, hear us out. No, give us something. One thing I wanted to do was I don't know if you remember we was in the community community field.
Yeah,
All
on
of
the
the
yeah.
supporters, all of the supporters groups, and we had a good time.
And yeah, that's another thing that the club should do a little bit more often, is get us all the groups together, in the field or in another place, wherever they choose to, so we could all, get together and have, La Familia together. Because, for example, I know IMS has their preview in one place, Nacion in
It's
another
all
place.
separate, you know.
Um, I believe like Southern Legion, Vice City, and the Siege, they have it on the same parking lot,
Same
but
parking
not
lot.
together.
Yeah.
Like we have it like in different places of the parking lot, and that will be one of the great things that they could do for us. At least give us like once a month, or I don't know, every 2 months. Let us use the
You know what I would like once a month? It's a little thing to ask. When maybe when 11 contra 11, you know, let the supporters group play each other.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
You
Imagine,
know,
imagine. I don't know, like yeah,
I mean,
that'd be
just for some
awesome.
fun, you know, fun like on a weekend, Sunday, you know.
Yeah, no, or maybe not even at the um, at the stadium, but maybe they could like rent some fields for
Like
us,
what the
and
academy
yeah,
plays.
and set up like a little tournament for the barra,
Of
so we
course.
could all get together. They could buy some like carne for us, some beers. We
They
could have an
hey,
asado.
they buy carne asada for the players. Why not us, you know?
Yeah, yo, have you seen those
Yeah.
asados that they make? Yo, bro, come on. I know, like, they don't need all that, bro. Not even
Nah.
everybody working, yo, because those
Nah.
asados look crazy, bro. Have you seen those?
Hey,
Bro, those videos.
sharing is caring.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Come on, bro. Give us some love and a little details, little things that you guys could do for us that will make us a little bit more happy to be part of the La Familia, or be part of the of Inter Miami, to be a supporters, because I will do this. I do the all this because of I love Inter Miami, but there's a lot of people, they need that little extra.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying you don't have to be like me. Go to every home game. Not waste your money, but spend money that you don't have or you don't want to spend. But go out and support the team, even if you coming from Doral, Hialeah, somewhere far. I respect everybody who comes far, you know. But don't just go when the team is winning, you know.
Of course. And bro, I remember back in the day we used to lose, bro. Like, I don't know, 3-0, 4-0, and people still be out there singing, chanting and going crazy. And bro, like, I believe like nowadays it's easier because we have like Messi, and we have all these good players. So now, like for example, right now we're like on top of the league,
Top of the league, yeah.
top of the league. You know, we've been doing so good, so it's easier actually to go and support Inter Miami. I don't want to talk shit, you know, about like the new fans because I think everybody is welcome to come in and feel be part of the Inter Miami supporters. But bro, back in the day, we used to suck real big time.
I mean, something I also wanted to ask you: how you feel about the new people that just go just to see Messi, Suarez, Busquets? You know, how do you?
I think everybody's welcome to come, you know. I just believe that sometimes people, for example, people come to a game like they just become part of the supporters group just to get cheap
She
tickets.
take it, yeah.
And I believe like my point of view is that like for example, they should like make like tiers. So for example, like if you're in tier one from the beginning, you should get a prize, you know. If you're tier two, you should get a different prize. And then maybe like, you know, if we see that you show up to every game and you're part of that, then you move into tier one, you know, and like that, because it's unfair, for example, for me to pay like $70 and for you to pay $70 if you showed up like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? I don't believe that's fair.
Hey, I know, not gonna say names, but I know people who resell their tickets.
And that's another
I don't
thing.
blame you, you know, but
Yeah, no, that's another thing that a lot of people just join the supporters group just to, and I don't know where you see them, like, oh, you order 5 tickets or something like that. And you're like, dude, like you just showed up yesterday and now you're ordering 5 tickets. And now I don't think that's fair. I think it should be like that, like tiers, you know, like if you've been there from the beginning, tier one, you get this price. Tier two, you get this price. Tier three, you get this price.
yeah, and also a tier for the people who actually go and are singing the 90 minutos, like
And not,
putting their heart
and
out.
not only singing, but like people that actually, for example, the people that go and get there like 2 hours before, those people should get their tickets for free. Like
Exactly.
if you go into the stadium and you're putting the flags, if you go there and you're like doing the choripanes, if you're like helping, you know, throughout the week, because there's another thing is that there's people that throughout the week they're like, you know, putting time into the supporters groups, you know. So these people should, for me at least, my opinion is that they should get like tickets. You
Yeah,
know,
at
not
least
every game, you know, because not you know,
the
no,
club at least shows some recognition to those people, you know?
yeah, show recognition to those people.
I mean, another thing I wanted to talk to ask you is actually how do you feel about the North Stand when people come in wearing Barcelona, Argentina, or even when we played Cincinnati? I don't know if you noticed, there was a family with a Cincinnati flag in the North Stand.
Yeah, bro, I think that's like the security should do more about that. But I we have tried so many times already, and like the problem is that once we're like in the game, people like, at least I like to drink, other people like to drink,
Yeah.
and like it's different like when you're outside, when you're like you're not drunk, you're telling people like nicely, hey, please don't show up to, you
Yeah, I
know.
mean,
But once
sometimes
but one
problems start like
yeah,
that.
but once you're like kind of drunk, you're not gonna tell them nicely, and
Yeah.
it's kind of fucked up too, because some people show up with like little kids and you don't want to give that example. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's not like, some I seen some people saying, oh, you guys don't let your whatever the north end to respect, for people to respect. It's not that, it's just that we try, but what are we gonna do, go beat up the guy, go like,
I
you
mean,
know.
yeah, but I feel like security need to do better. And
Yeah, so
also, it's like if you're wearing, I get if you're wearing like Boca shorts or any other club shorts that's not Inter Miami, like at least show some respect. You know, it's wear at least rosa or negro. You know.
of course, the colors, like in our section, like, you know, from like Southern Legion all the way to Vice City, in those, at least those two sections, there shouldn't be nobody
Nothing.
with any other color. I understand, like, you know, some people sit all the way to the right. there's nothing we could do about it. Like if the club doesn't do anything about that, then
Yeah.
there's
It's
nothing we could do about. But in our section, from like where like Southern Legion starts, and from Vice City right here, and all the way to the top to Siege, all the way to the top to Nacion, and all the way to IMS, like nobody should be wearing anything that is not like black,
or pink or white.
pink or white, bro, because those are the only colors the team has.
I mean, I also feel like it was not the club's fault for making the north stand two sections on the side sitting down. Hopefully, when Miami Freedom Park opens, the whole north stand is only standing. That's what I want.
Yeah, hopefully they could get a better divide that a better way that we have our own section. The whole all the Familia has a section that like is blocked that nobody could come in only through one place, and then that way we could just make sure that everybody that comes through here is only Familia.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of things that the club could do for us that could help us. I was saying the other day too. I'm gonna say it in English because the other day I said it in Spanish. But like they could also help us. Like maybe like one day like they go to the siege, with cameras, and they like they show around how like the siege has their previa. They go to the next game to Vice City. The next game to Nacion, the next game. So that way they can show up a little bit. They don't have to put it in the IG, the main IG, but maybe they can
Exactly.
put it on Twitter. They can put it on Facebook or something else, like so they can help us so people know that
You know what's crazy? In the trip to Orlando, we had I don't know if every bus had it. We had a camera guy. We still haven't seen the footage.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
And I believe it's not because it's Inter Miami. I believe it's other people that like tell, like for example, CJ, like, hey, can I come and film? And like sometimes we don't even see it because they don't put it out, or maybe the video doesn't go viral enough, so we don't get to see it.
I feel like they don't show. They show the supporters love on social media, but not enough.
Yeah, not enough. At least whenever they put like somebody like if they put like a Vice City member like picture or like a Nacion or like a Siege, maybe they could put like the like a song in the background, like
A song or a link to join the
yeah,
supporters group.
yeah, something so they could so we could get a little bit more help.
And
Um,
if anyone is watching this and feels intimidated or afraid to ask anyone in any of the baras or the supporters groups to how to join, don't be afraid. The stronger, the better.
don't be afraid, bro. Like right now, I'm so afraid to be talking in English right now, but fuck it, bro. I'm doing it, bro.
Hey,
Get out of your comfort zone.
get out of your comfort zone. The other thing I wanted to ask you today is content creation. Like, before I ask you the full question, I want to give a shout out to the Inter Miami show, is another podcast with Mike B. Griff, the Batter Herons with Daniel, Chris, Grada Theo 5, all the other podcaster. If you even an Inter Miami content creator, whatever you do for the club, continue doing it. Even if like for me or for you, we stepping out of our comfort zone to give people the exposure for how it is being an Inter Miami fan.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Not a lot of people do content for
No,
Inter
no.
Miami. A lot of people show up to games and do content is because of Messi. They show up and they're like, oh, Messi this, Messi that, Messi play. But they don't do it for Inter. It's few people that actually do content for Inter
Just
Miami.
for Inter.
Yeah, just for Inter Miami. And it's sad, because I think like now that we have the exposure of Messi, we should be doing. Everybody should be doing like try
More
to do more
stuff.
content, and I started doing the content like the podcast because for me it's easier to have a conversation with you right here right now than actually doing it at the stadium because I'm so much like when I get to the stadium I get so much into the vibe
It's too much going on.
that for me it's so hard to pull out my camera and just be like or like grabando, recording people at the stadium is hard, bro, because I just get into the game and I get into singing, I get into like having a vibe with everybody around me, that is hard for me to do it. Like I'm happy that people like you know, they do it. They take their time within the game to start recording and doing all that. But for me, it's so hard. So for me, it was like it's more easier to create like a um a podcast and have a conversation after the game, or
Correct.
you know, with people that love the game as much as I do, than during the game.
So another thing is I started this content creation. I was never comfortable being on camera, any of that. So I started it. I got inspiration from someone from Vice City named Rodrigo. He
Rodrigo, shout out to
films the
Rodrigo.
North Stand.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Amazing. So I wanted to show people what it's like being in the North Stand before the matches, after the matches. Give them a better view, you know? I'm not doing it for, of course, I would want to one day make this full time. You want to make this full time one
Yeah,
day.
of course.
We don't do it for the money. We do it for the love for the club, you know?
I mean, I do it because I just want to like
Exposure for
yeah,
the club.
give exposure to the club too, but also because I want to share the love that a lot of people have for the club, you know? Like
Exactly.
everybody that I bring in here is because they either like, you know, they recently joined and they love the club, or they've been with the club since the beginning and they've been like doing so much for the club, you know? And I want them to have a space to share that, you know?
Exactly. Like I didn't get this club tatted on me for no reason. It's a passion that most people wouldn't understand if you're not there.
Yeah, it's hard to explain it to people. It's easier if you just show up to one game and then you're gonna know the vibe, bro. The vibe is awesome, bro.
The culture is amazing.
Yeah. And now, changing a little bit the subject, how do you feel about the Inter Miami right now? Like, how we doing on the MLS?
For this season, don't want to jinx nothing, but we have we basically have to win the MLS Cup.
Yeah, I think that will be our only goal is to win the, because
Yeah,
I
we
believe
have to
we're really in a good place to win the supporter shield. But
in
it
the
all
playoffs.
in the playoffs, I think now our defense is getting a little bit better. So now the only bad thing is that we always get like a red card. Like every so many games we get a red card, bro.
Yeah, that's a
Eh,
problema Tata needs to fix. You know,
yeah, that needs to work on that, and I don't know how he's gonna do that to not make like players get red cards.
but they're
But
young players. You know, Toto Aviles, he's
but
young.
but
He's
but
gonna learn.
yeah, but now I think we have Ian that is playing like center back.
He's good. He's
He's
good.
good, and I think also Busquets is playing center back. So we have a little bit more of like more players to choose
Uh,
to play center back.
Something I wanted to also mention: Busquets doesn't get enough respect. The leadership, he's like mentoring. He's teaching the young academy players we have, and they're like, I don't know if you know, Bright
Yeah, right, bro. What a great
Wow.
selection. Because I think he came from college, right?
College.
He was in the college draft, right?
Yeah,
What a great addition to the team. Because that guy, bro, he's everywhere, bro.
he plays con huevos. You know, he's
Yeah.
everywhere.
How old is he? He's like 20 something, right? He's not that old. He's like
He's
22,
young,
23.
20 something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That guy has been a great addition to the team.
So I want to ask you, what do you see for the future in Inter Miami, past Miami Freedom Park once it's all done?
Well, I hope we actually get to have like a good like selection of young people that get into the club, like La Cantera.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hope the people that they bring, the kids that they bring, they're like up to the first team, that they keep playing the first team. Because I believe, like, I don't want to talk shit, but I believe the academy sometimes is like, oh, this person, and my dad knows this person, and hey, you could join the.
No.
I want the club to actually go and like maybe go out through like to all the parks, in Miami,
Get the talent,
and
bring
get
them.
and get the actual good talent, not because hey, I know my well, which is soccer. It's understandable if like you have a good connect, you're probably gonna be able to to make it to the first team. But for them to actually look for the right talent and actually take them to the Inter
That's
Miami team.
exactly what I want. I want from most clubs in South America do this. They build from the academy and sell the young players to Europe, any big club for good money, you know? Let them go live their dreams.
Of course. And for example, like I believe like this season, or I believe last season, because they came last season, the Los Paraguayos, what's his name?
Diego Gomez,
Gomez and Rojas.
Rojas.
They're young and they actually brought them. I think they were playing in Argentina. I'm not sure where they were playing, but they actually really good. And now I believe both of them have like a really good offers
Good offers, like
from Europe. And I believe we pay like not too much for
less
them.
than probably less than twice the amount of money we're gonna sell them for.
Of course, and that's actually a good thing. That's a good thing that Inter has done. They bring in players that are like not well known, and they're now they're gonna be able to go to Europe, and we're gonna be able to sell them for a good price.
That's what this club. Hopefully, we're building for the future.
Yeah, hopefully we could get that going. Because I would love to, for example, see somebody from Hialeah making it to the first team, or
Make it
maybe
to the first
so.
team.
And I think it has happened before because I believe Ruiz. I don't know. They're from.
Reese is from.
They're from Miami, or they're from
Miami.
South Florida.
I'm not mistaken. Noah Allen is from Coconut Creek, I think.
Coconut Creek, yeah, and Allen is whatever. The other
He's-
guy too, the
yeah.
one that played the Olympics, what's his name? Kramaski.
Benja.
Kramaski, I think he's also from South Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully they could get that going, and we could see more like South Florida players, talent go to the first team.
I hope so.
And you were talking about the Miami Freedom Park. How do you feel about that?
So actually, the day we're recording this, Miami Freedom Park got announced for 2026. No.
Yeah, I think the Miami front office wants us to already make deposits for the 2026
Hey,
season.
With this front office, you can.
They're
never be
savages,
surprised,
man.
yeah.
You guys are savages when it comes down to money, man.
Yeah. But sadly, clubs clubs in America, they treat sport as money.
Of course, yeah. Everything is a business, man.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that they're already asking, hey, if you want your 2026
Crazy.
space, you can already put a down payment on it.
But looking at the images and stuff, it makes me happy.
No, the stadium is gonna look nice. And what I also love is that I believe, if I'm not wrong, there's not gonna be too much parking. So you're either gonna have to come through the metro or through Uber, which
yeah.
the people that are gonna go through metro they're gonna have a really cool experience. Because imagine having like 100 crazy Miami fans in there in a wagon of the metro, like singing like mucha everybody. That's gonna be like
That's
a crazy
something
experience.
I also missed. Like the supporters groups, we don't come in, because I was looking at old videos. We don't come in all together into the stadium. I hope we do that for playoffs.
I believe we used to do that
Con la
before.
banda.
Before we used to do that, but since Messi happened, if we don't get to the spaces before everybody, we don't get there. There's gonna be so many people already in our space. We have to we don't do that anymore, man. It's hard to actually keep our places open, and we don't do that anymore. But I think we used to do it, like not a lot, but we used to do that before.
So I know we're probably all over the place with the questions, but something
It's okay, bro.
something I wanted to ask.
We're just talking, having a conversation, bro. This is what it is, bro. We just come here and have a conversation.
Hey, speaking of that, if anyone want to come on the podcast, come on. Todos son bienvenidos.
I promise. Next time, my English in camera is gonna be better. I'm not gonna be as nervous
Hey,
as
next
this time.
I might be fluent in Spanish next time
Hey,
you see
who
me.
knows, bro? Who knows? Hey,
So if you do, it doesn't matter if you're in a supporters group or not. If you're a fan, come on.
yeah. If you want to be part of this, you're welcome. You could come and ask. Every vibe is a little bit different. You got the Siege. They have their own vibe. You have Vice City. They have their own vibe. You have IMS. They have their own vibe. Nacion, their own vibe. And Southern Union, their own vibe. but everybody's welcome to come, and like you, whatever you like, you're more than welcome to join that supporters group.
So speaking of supporters group, I want to ask you, how did you get into Vice City?
Well, I got into Vice City. Me and my brother, we got some tickets to go see go see Inter Miami in LA, and I got introduced to Vice City by Lucho. Lucho, he plays
Drums.
the drums in Vice City, and when we got those tickets, I went to Diggs. I think it was Diggs or Sport Authority. I think a Sport Authority, like back in the day, one of those sport tiendas, you know.
Yeah.
And I saw him, and I saw him with his Vice City shirt, and I was like, "Yo, like I'm going to LA," and like he was also looking for a shirt to go to LA. And he was the one that introduced me. He was like, "Hey, yo, I'm part of the, Vice City, and here's my number. Whenever you get to um to LA, just shoot me a text, and I'll let you know where we at, and so you could be part of all this." And bro, since then, bro, I've been part of Vice City, and I've been part of the Familia, and bro, I love everything about this, man. I love from la previas to sometimes also for the people because most of the time we do this show in English in Spanish, my bad, in Spanish, but for the non Spanish speakers, we have this thing which is called Los Vagos, where we meet up every Tuesday and Friday at soccer planning. I'm gonna put the address, and also in all the social medias that I have, I always share that. But we get together every Tuesday and every Friday to play soccer at 8 p.m. At soccer planning. And if you don't play soccer, if you're not like you feel like, oh, I'm not good at playing soccer, you could also go in there and just vibe. Every Tuesday, every Friday, we have like a get together. We bring some beers. If we have money, you know, because the club should like support us and give us some like food, you know. But we put some food on the grill, and we just share a moment between people, you know. I don't know if the Siege has things like that too. They get together and play soccer and things like that, or no?
So for people don't know, yes, my name is Vice City Lucas. I'm not in Vice City. I love everybody from Vice City. I made a post on that speaking about that. So the name Vice City came from 2021. Before I even joined the Siege, I joined the Siege in 2022, late 2022. Yeah. Even if no, you don't. Siege is not mostly a Spanish-speaking supporters group. Even if you a gringo or speak English, don't be afraid to come join the supporters group. You don't have to know all the canciones. Come join. There's people in Vice City who don't even speak Spanish.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in Vice City that don't speak Spanish, and bro, I'm gonna bring them so you guys so they can share their experience, and
don't be afraid, you know.
Yeah, they're always there. They're always by now a lot of them know the songs.
Yeah,
but before they used to be just there vibing, you know. They're like moving their hands or jumping around or just being part of the vibe that we created in the North End.
That's something I do. Like even if they are gringos or don't speak Spanish, they're moving their hands. If you're in the North Stand, I'm sorry, this is not a sofa. If you want to sit down, go home respectfully. Do something, make noise. And sometimes when you hear people say "vamos, vamos,"
yeah, and there's a lot of. I mean, if you don't know the whole song, I mean, it's hard, you know. That's not your language, but you could also learn the little, like the best parts of the songs and just go along with them. Or you could also clap. You can move your hands. You could be around, you know, just saying "vamos" or something, bro. You know,
it's like don't have your. No, I do recording. I used to be one of the people who hate being in the North Stand. Always have your phone recording. I do it for the content, of course, but don't always have your phone out, you know? Because in Europe or other places, and when you go in the North Stands or the supporters groups for them, they have a rule, no phones allowed.
Oh, yeah. I believe they also have that rule in LA, the LAFC. They do that a lot. If they see you like in the supporters group, they will be like,
Like
hey,
this-
get the fuck out of here.
Like, this is not a fashion show. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we're probably gonna get into it, but like, right now, little by little, we're gonna get better at all these things, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Luca, we're almost like a 45 minutes. I know that you told me that we have like a little giveaway that you
So
wanna do.
if if you stay to the end, I want to do a little giveaway for the community, for, of course, the channel. Leave a like, comment. If this gets 50 likes and you leave the comment, I will be giving away. You can put up a picture of the new
Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture. It's gonna be the I
the
believe
new jersey
the New Jersey, the one that it looks like
Looks like a
the
Dolphins
the
jersey.
Dolphins jersey.
and the shorts. So
Yeah.
the full kit I will give away.
So there you guys, there you go. If you guys get this video to be 50 likes, and then my boy right here, By City Luca, is gonna give away a full
Special
kit,
giveaway.
a special giveaway. And thank you, Luca, again for being part of this, bro. Thank you for like staying with me, like with my broken English in camera.
Hey,
Hey, I'm
everything is for the
better
club.
when the camera is off. I'm a little bit better in English, but when the camera is on, I don't know. I guess so nervous.
It's all
I
good.
believe so many people are gonna be looking at me like.
No. We
It's
do it
kinda
all for
embarrassing,
the
but
club.
yeah, of course. But thank you again, and I don't know if you want to give another shout out to somebody else around there or
So
a closing statement.
I don't want to, because I'm gonna be on here for all day. Quick shout out to all the people, my people in Siege, Max, Nico. Probably doesn't want me to say his name, but thank you, Papa. Te amo. Everything you do for this club, for Siege. My boy Wes, Asher. Who else am I forgetting?
You're probably gonna
Alex.
forget somebody,
Am I
but
probably gonna
everybody,
forget
everybody.
Everybody. Siege, Vice City, Southern Legion, Nación, IMS. Everybody. Aguante Inter.
For sure, man. Hey, By City, my bad. Did it? Everybody, By City, Nacion, IMS, Southern Legion. Everybody's welcome to come in here. If you guys want to share your story with Inter Miami, if you guys want to like, whatever are your thoughts. It doesn't even have to be about just sharing your story. If you want to say something, you're more than welcome. Right now, it's two of us, but we can have more people. I have more mics that you guys are more welcome, and we can establish a conversation that we could share our thoughts and make Inter Miami better, make La Familia better,
Continue growing the community.
and continue growing the community. All right. So thank you again, Lucas, and till next time, and peace out.